Well, good morning, ladies. Carol, Christy, and Julie. First to the chat here this morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great day yesterday. Turned out to be a gorgeous day, didn't it? After those morning rain showers, I know we had, what was it, the Scottish Festival. Ooh, I think that's what it was called yesterday. It started off with some gloomy conditions and some drizzle and rain, but turned out to be a beautiful day. Hopefully you had a chance to get outside and enjoy it. Now, today, I think we're going to have a little bit less sunshine, some filtered sunshine, as a couple of disturbances are on the way. Now, if you saw my evening or yesterday's forecast at all, no, the Storm Prediction Center was talking about the risk level for maybe a level 1 risk for severe storms. That's been shifted to our south and southwest. So that's good news. But if you've also been with me for the last couple of days, it does look like severe weather may ramp up as we get into our Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even on Wednesday with some better weather or cooler weather on the way as we get into next week. You saw it from the very beginning, but I want to take you back outside. How about this view right now? Does this not make you just want to go on the lake this morning, do some fishing, just relax with that morning sunrise? That's Fort Loudon Dam out in Loudoun County. And look at the sun just glistening the hillside there or the other side of the lake. It's a nice view. By the way, did you get much sleep? Did you catch up on sleep? Did you take a nap yesterday? Lo and behold, I pulled a 24-hour shift, and I was tired yesterday. So it's only slept for like a couple of hours yesterday morning, and then I ended up taking like a 2-hour nap yesterday afternoon, and then I was like, okay, I gotta go to bed. I am exhausted. It was a long night, but I'm glad you all tuned in, and thanks for trusting me. All right, temperatures yesterday, we're missing Crossville, but we did make it to 84 degrees yesterday in Knoxville, 88 in Chattanooga, and 81 in Tri-Cities. So it turned out to be a relatively nice day, above average temperatures. Chattanooga was 7 degrees above average. All right, here's the story. Let me show you. Let me kind of paint a picture here for you this morning. All right, so we've got a frontal boundary to our south. Notice the clouds that are zipping on through. Those are those high clouds that we saw from that Fort Loudon camera. And we've got a disturbance over into Missouri and Arkansas that's going to ride along this boundary. So let me show you that disturbance. You can see those yellows and reds. That's upper level spin and energy. That's at about, say 15 to 18,000 feet up. It's called 500 millibar vorticity. That's what's going to help to ride along that frontal boundary and help to spark off a few showers and a few thunderstorms. And when you look at dew points, I show you dew points because this moisture source is going to, or the storms are going to follow the moisture source. So you can see just from Nashville, say Knoxville northward, dew points at 4 o'clock this afternoon will only be in the 40s. Okay. South of that, dew points will be in the 50s and 60s. And so where you have the 50s and 60s is likely the best chance for seeing some showers and thunderstorms. Notice East Tennessee, not really a huge chance whatsoever, but there are just some discrepancies in the models. And so I'm going to share that with you as well. So that, because you can see where the dew points are. So let me go back to the dew points. We saw that frontal boundary. There's the dew points. Now let's switch over to the Storm Prediction Center's forecast for severe storms, and you can see how that lines up with that dew point transition, right? And so because dew points have fallen a little bit or expected to fall into the 40s in some locations today, which will make it feel comfortable north of Interstate 40, it's going to feel great. That's where the risk level for severe storms. So here locally, it's not really in our area. Yeah, I mean, maybe clipping the Southern Valley just a little bit, but not too terribly confident in that. All right, so here are your weather headlines. Today, we're talking mid to high level clouds, isolated afternoon shower and thunderstorm, mainly south of Interstate 40 at best. At best. Monday through Wednesday, though, there's a chance for strong or severe thunderstorms as we have the risk levels, and they've increased for your Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, cooler and drier air is going to settle on in. It's going to make for an amazing start to the summer break for the kids, some of the kids anyways, Knox County kids, by the end of the week. This is the last week of school for a lot of the kids. That is just mind-blowing to me. Congratulations to any kids that are watching this morning. If you already are, see if I can get my words out, are already on summer break, or the ones that are going to be going on summer break here this week, or in the coming weeks. So that's the story here this week. All right, so let me show you a future cast. Okay, this is my in-house model. This is based or initiated off the NAM model. So watch this. Clouds increase this morning. We've got the high-level clouds now. From now through lunchtime, we're dry. There's some moisture to our west and northwest, riding along that the boundary for dew points. And notice by 3 o'clock today, it may bring us a couple of light showers. Now, South of Interstate 40 has the best chance. That's where the higher dew points are. But again, not too terribly high. Kind of depends where those dew points really set up shop. North of Interstate 40, just a batch of clouds, and that should be about the extent of it. And even the light green showing up on the map from Knoxville to Maryville, Pigeon Forge to Tellico Plains, I'm not too confident that that will actually be moisture that will reach the surface. That may just be upper level moisture because we do have a dry layer in the low levels of the atmosphere. And so then that's going to shift its way to our south and southeast by 7 o'clock tonight. So when you look at the in-house model, we're looking south of Interstate 40 has a chance for maybe some light rain. Chattanooga's picking up about 0.42 of an inch of rain. Okay, so that's based on the high-resolution model. Let me go to a little bit of a lower resolution model, but still my in-house model, and not picking up nearly as much rainfall. And now let me go to another high-resolution model for a second called the HRRR. And one thing you'll notice is, well, it's lackluster in the rainfall department. So I'm going about a 20% chance for some afternoon showers south of Interstate 40, and I think that's going to be the extent of it. If we can get in or tap, if the dew points climb a little bit more, maybe a few more thunderstorms south of Interstate 40, or maybe it's all a little bit further to the south and we just see some cloud coverage, that is also a possibility. But I wanted to show you all those different varieties or possibilities because I don't want you to be caught off guard if rain does move on in. But I'm not too terribly confident that we'll see a whole lot, if any at all, through the day today. All right, if you're stepping outside this morning, maybe you're heading off to church or have some errands to run, it feels good. A little bit cooler across the Tennessee-Kentucky border. We're in the 50s and 60s. 60s, low to mid and upper 60s south of Interstate 40, with Cleveland coming in at 68. And generally speaking, temperatures are about where we were yesterday. Now, through the day today, the winds are going to pick up a little bit. Not nearly as breezy or gusty as it was yesterday, but you'll notice the wind starting to pick up here this afternoon. So depending on what you're doing, that may affect some of your outdoor plans. Good morning, Eva. How are you this morning? My oldest granddaughter, Alyssa, graduated high school yesterday. That's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations. My kid graduated 5th grade the other day. All right, today's forecast, 75 by lunchtime, filtered sunshine, some high clouds. Clouds should thicken up a little bit as we get into the afternoon. We're going to be in the upper 70s to pockets of low 80s, and that's going to be great. So just slightly above average. Average high for this time of year is 79. All right, now let's talk about those rain chances because they are going to start to pick up as we get into our Monday and Tuesday night into Wednesday as another cold front heads our way. Here locally, Monday into Tuesday, we have now a level 1 risk for severe storms. We had that yesterday as well, but a level 1 risk for strong or severe thunderstorms as we get into our Monday night. It looks like we're going to see a complex of thunderstorms that develops over into, say Missouri and Arkansas and the Midwest will slide in that northwesterly flow. I'll explain on the big picture here in a second because when you look at the big picture, the greatest risk for severe storms Monday, Tuesday is further to our west across the Great Plains and the west of the Mississippi River Valley. Then that storm system really gets its act together and starts to slide our way. Notice East Tennessee, right there in the center of your screen. We have a level 1, level 2 risk for severe storms Tuesday, Wednesday, with the bullseye from Nashville to northern Mississippi, central and northern Mississippi. That does include Alabama as a level 3 risk. That's an enhanced risk. So let me explain this. Okay, so watch this. Here's our northwesterly flow. There's our disturbance, and you can see how these showers throughout the day today, from now through 7 o'clock tonight, will be riding along that frontal boundary and that little northwesterly flow that I was showing you. But see how those white lines kind of veered northward? That's a ridge. Watch this ridge come on in. So now we have a little bit of ridging taking place. This is Monday morning. But here's the problem. On the north side of that ridge, we'll get those disturbances to slide on in, because it's just going to put us in the right spot. So see those storms sliding in from Illinois, western Kentucky, and also middle Tennessee. That's Monday morning, and it's going to fire up with that ridge kind of settling on in, and we're on the north side of that. That's going to throw that disturbance into our area. So that gives us our risk level for severe storms through the day on Monday. And a little complex of energy and storms will slide on in. By Tuesday morning, look at your upper level low. Upper level low is going to be back off to our north and west. That's going to drag a cold front through the area late Tuesday. My model only goes out to about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it doesn't really have a huge handle on the line of thunderstorms that could line up Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And yes, unfortunately, I think it's going to be another late evening, maybe an early overnight kind of a situation like what we just experienced. So I'll keep you posted on that as the model data starts to come on in. We'll have more information on that in the coming days. Rainfall amounts through Tuesday, at which point Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to see some rain showers. But again, rain showers basically through Thursday. But again, Wednesday and into Thursday, we're going to start to dry out. But we're looking at about 3/4 of an inch of rain here locally. Heaviest rain is going to be off to our west and northwest. But the other side of the story is back behind this cold front. Tuesday, Wednesday, look at the air. It's going to dry out. Dew points go from the upper 60s Tuesday. That's fuel. That's energy for the atmosphere to work with. Then the dew points start to drop into the low 60s, so where the air starts to dry out on Wednesday. And then we're going to be in the 40s and 50s for dew points Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that's the comfortable air. After dew points in the upper 60s to low 70s that we've been experiencing over the last few days, when we get dew points in the 40s and 50s, I mean, that just is going to feel great. The air dries out. But remember, the lower the dew point number, the lower our lows can go. So we'll look at your 7-day forecast. Not only is this cold front going to draw in some cooler, some drier air, it's going to draw in some cooler air. We're going to be trending about 10 degrees below average Thursday and Friday afternoon. So we'll go low to mid 80s. It's going to be a little bit on the breezy side today. Could see some strong thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, the storm system starts to wrap up and move its way on out. We'll drop into the upper 70s. Then we'll cool another 10 degrees Thursday, Friday. It's going to feel amazing. Great hiking outdoor kind of a days ahead of us. Thursday, Friday, it's going to be feeling just great. And then as we get into Saturday, another ridge starts to build on in and temperatures will start to come up. But again, our average high for this time of the year is 79. When you look at the Climate Prediction Center's forecast, here's that pocket of cooler air that's going to slide its way on in. Could be with us all the way through the end of the month and the first part of June. When you look at precipitation outlook, generally about average for this time of year, maybe a little bit of an uptick in some of those rain chances, but it doesn't appear that it's going to be too terribly much. So some really nice weather is going to set up shop after this cold front comes on through. Let's see. All right. Cocke County and city schools get out this week. That's awesome. My brother-in-law came through in his heart transplant last night in Vanderbilt Hospital. Dwayne, that is awesome news to pass along. Thanks for sharing that with us this morning. That is amazing. Geez, a heart transplant. The things that we can do in the medical field and science is just mind-blowing to me. Hope everything goes well. Keep us up to date if you wouldn't mind. We'd love to hear updates on how he's doing and how it's taken. Because I know that stuff has to, your body has to take into a foreign object that's been put on in. We fared fairly well with the severe storms, by the way, but Kentucky, not so much. If you're a prayer person, if you wouldn't mind, just a quick little moment of silence for our friends just to the north in southern Kentucky. If you're a prayer person, maybe say a nice little prayer for those folks up there as well. Destruction in a county just north of who has known me for years, being on TV. A lot of those folks do watch the local TV stations here as well. And so, yeah, terrible situation. I'm glad that wasn't here in East Tennessee. Clearly could have been. We had the energy, we had the moisture, we had the instability, we had all the dynamics coming together, but thank goodness that didn't happen in our community. But of course, we're always thinking about the ones that do and are affected by these tornadoes that happen all the time. And again, we could see more tornadoes across parts of the Great Plains, the upper Midwest, working its way back across the state here this week. And so I want you to stay on top of the weather forecast. And if you have friends and family members and you haven't downloaded the East Tennessee Weather app, scan that QR code. I had a couple app downloads yesterday that folks were like, hey, I don't have your app yet, but I follow you on Facebook. I'm like, come on, you got to download the app. Because it's a wealth of weather information. I talk about that all the time. But definitely, weather is when I went out to that emergency day the other day in McMinn County at E.K. Baker Elementary School, talking to the kids, why is it important to know the weather? Well, because it affects us every single day. You can't escape it. We have to deal with it our entire lives. And so it's an important resource, or you need to have an important resource, I should say, for gathering that information. And of course, ultimately, it's up to you to stay on top of the forecast. Wherever you may get your weather information, whether it be from Alexa, from Siri, or even from the Weather Channel on your app, where of course those people don't even live here, and it's a computer-generated forecast. But if you download the East Tennessee Weather app, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, I mean, listen, I push it because it's my business and it's my product, and I want to help you out as best as I possibly can. I get it. We're used to looking at certain weather information on certain apps all the time. So I got to razz you a little bit. I got to razz everybody a little bit because that's just my nature. I will share some interesting news here at the end about what's going on in the TV industry. And the reason why I do what I do. But first things first, we want to dance a little bit because it's Sunday morning. So we want to have some fun. I have not looked at the national holidays for the day today yet. But anybody going to be heading up to Gatlinburg today or joining us from Gatlinburg or Sevier County, a beautiful start to the day. Look at that. Gorgeous sunshine. Oh, it's so nice. Makes me want to get outside. And yesterday evening, we sat on the front porch with our neighbors yesterday evening. Oh, felt so good. And then I was like, okay, I've got to go to bed. So kids, we have to go to bed. All right, here are your national holidays for the day today. Of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events here today. Good morning, Alex. How are you this morning? What's up, Rick? Still Rick. Rick, by the way, good friend of ours, brought us, like a cinnamon roll cheesecake. Rick, I haven't even taken a bite of it yet. I am awful. I know. I meant to take a bite of it yesterday. Janelle was working, but we will eat it today. He makes some amazing. I'm ready for that blueberry lemon cheesecake that you were talking about the other day. All right. Anybody's got a birthday or event coming up, come out to the Cattywampus Parade and Block Party today in Suttree Landing in South Knoxville, 2 to 6. The Dogwood Strummers ukulele group will be in the parade. So if you're looking for something to do, there's an event that's going on here throughout the day today. Let's see. All right. Let's move right along, shall we? National Take Your Parents to the Playground Day. Well, I guess I don't know what I'm doing today. My kids are going to take me to the playground. Actually, my kids are just wanting to throw the baseball in the front yard all the time, which is great, which is phenomenal. I love it. Yesterday, my oldest kid was like, Dad, can we please go throw the baseball? I was like, bro, my eyeballs are about to fall out of my head. I promise you, we will do it today. So we're going to throw the baseball today, but he's really gotten into baseball. And so it's great because you got to get out there and practice every day and just practice throwing and building up that strength and those muscles. It's National Cheese Souffle Day. Ooh, that sounds amazing. That sounds like a good brunch. Anybody doing brunch today? Let's see. National No Dirty Dishes Day. Does that mean we don't want dirty dishes, or does that mean that we just don't clean them? I kid. But National No Dirty Dishes Day. Get those kids to do the dishes. My kids do the dishes all the time. National Visit Your Relatives Day. This is a good day. Wish we could visit our relatives. They don't live here, but I was FaceTiming my mom yesterday, so that was always good to catch up with mom. And it's National HIV Vaccine Awareness Day. And that is all the holidays that we have for the day today. That's it. Let's show you another view. Let's go to West Knoxville. A live look in West Knoxville. That's Fox Road Marina. The clouds are a little bit thicker there than they were in Gatlinburg this morning. It's great about the East Tennessee weather cameras. I can be in a studio and look at satellite and radar all day long. Sometimes you just got to poke your head out the window. I remember my general manager years ago. I had forecast the weather. It was like getting before the noon show. And I remember I opened the back door of the studio and was looking outside, just kind of looking and my general manager was walking in at that point of the game into the station. And he looked at me and goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm just checking the weather." He goes, "Seriously, dude, we buy millions of dollars in weather equipment and you step outside to do it the old fashioned way?" I was like, "Yeah, you gotta look outside and see what's actually taking place around you to really understand of what we can forecast and push forward in the coming days." The Scottish Festival. What did I say? Irish Festival? I think I said Scottish Festival. Last day of the Scottish Festival in Townsend. Well, maybe the family and I will head down to Townsend and go check that out. My wife was talking about that yesterday, actually. Alex was like, "Did you not go to the Scottish Festival?" I go, "No. I probably shouldn't have been driving a car yesterday. The little bit I did. We did go for lunch yesterday. The kids and my wife and a good friend of mine. But I was like, yeah, I'm tired. And you know what they say, being exhausted and driving drowsy is just as bad as driving drunk. So you don't want to be driving too drowsy because you'll fall asleep. And most accidents happen within a mile of your home. So we don't want that to happen as well. Hey, listen, Rick, I'll get to it, okay? I'll get to it before it goes bad. I promise you. I am going to eat it today. Oh, I can't wait. I may be posting that on social media, Rick. Just so you know. Good morning, Miranda. And we've got Judy joining us as well. I love the playground. We need an adult playground. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Ruth, I appreciate you. And Linda, I thank you very much. You all are amazing. I really do appreciate you sticking with me the other night. If you did get up in the middle of the night, maybe some of you didn't get woken up by the storms, but it was an electrifying show for sure. Let's see. I was going to show you something I thought on the app, but I don't think so. Let's see if we have any photos coming in with the East Tennessee Weather app. I have not looked at that as well, so we'll look together to see if maybe some of you have posted some photos through Witcher's Pictures on the app itself. All right, you did. Here's a cool one. Oh, this is awesome. This one's going on social today for sure. Look at that. So this photo comes in from Eric. Eric says in the description, it took me about 6 minutes of recording to capture on this video. This is a still image I was able to get from the video itself. Nice. The evening thunderstorms in Maryville. The video clip is great too. I'm going to have to message him and say, hey, listen, send me that video. That is a cool, and like I said, an electrifying storm. Let's see. We had some nasty photos. So this was sent in by David Weaver on, this was May 11th. May 11th, but I might as well share it with you. This is cool. I mean, this was not our storm the other night, but look at that. Woo! Nasty looking skies. These are the kind of photos that you can send in. And then, of course, you have somebody like Otto. I knew that was Otto's post. Before I even looked at it, I knew it was his. Beautiful shot. Nice serene view right there. Oh, look at that. Let me get the whole picture. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just nice and serene? Let's see. We got some other photos to share with you. We had a little bit of tree damage. All right, Ross, a Witcher weather watcher, had a little bit of tree damage associated with the storm. Boo. Boo-hoo. But cool photos with the East Tennessee Weather app. So thanks for sharing those on the app itself and for everybody that's joining on social media. All right, so remember, we do have the possibility of some strong thunderstorms throughout the week this week. Monday, we got some disturbances that are going to swing on through, bring us maybe a complex of thunderstorms Monday afternoon. We're going to see a cold front swing through its way through the area on Tuesday. What's up, Roberta? Listening from Morristown. Appreciate you this morning. Oh, keep Kimberly in your prayers as her sister's funeral is tomorrow. I did not know this. Thank you, Katrina. We'll say a nice little moment of silence tomorrow morning for Kimberly's sister. Hate to hear that news. Well, I hope you have a great Sunday. And I hope you have a chance to get out and enjoy the day, whatever that may bring. Whether you're heading off to church, whether you're just doing some errands around the house, maybe you're doing some grocery shopping today. Hey, by the way, that's what we're going to do. If you see us in the grocery store, come say hi. Don't be shy. Come say hi. That's what I always say. Yeah, Sharon joining us from Kentucky, from Aegis, Kentucky, on this cool Sunday morning. Well, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow for Wake Up with Witcher. Starts off, by the way, at 6 o'clock in the morning to get you and the family off to work and school. The last week of school for a lot of kids. What are we going to do with them this summer break? I don't know. If you didn't get much sleep the other night, maybe take a nice little nap on Sunday. And Sundays are good for nap days. All right, my friends, we'll see you back here tomorrow. And, of course, throughout the day on social media. Don't forget to like and subscribe to things. I'm on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, and YouTube as well. We'll see you soon.